Okay, folks, Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com. I'm a Rhode Island resident, for those who don't know me. Independent, strong Second Amendment advocate for all civil liberties, not just the Second Amendment. But I come to you today as a fellow Rhode Island citizen who's lived here most of my life, moved to other places, but always came back to Rhode Island. And it's just something that draws you here. And people ask, why do you want to live in such a corrupt state? Why do you want to live where tyranny is over oppressing us? So basically what I'm trying to tell you people, okay, it's time to rise up, okay? For how many years have we suffered? How many governors that we have to go through? Almond, Chafee, all these people that came along, now Governor Raimondo, about probably to win another re-election because of you, everybody out there, and because people don't go out and vote. Last time when Gina Raimondo won, okay, she won by a narrow margin. Okay, and the voter turnout was at an all-time low in Rhode Island. And we know Alan Fung got screwed out of the election. But anyway, when are you going to say we had enough, Rhode Island? When the hell are you going to stand up? Instead of just being miserable, instead of being just miserable bastards, okay, that most people are today. Oh, I'm not going to do nothing. Oh, it's all corrupt, you know. Get off your ass and do something. You know, plain and simple. We got to do something. And people say, oh, we're not going to win. Our voice will count. Your voice will count. We are the majority. I don't know if you know this or not. We are the majority. Sure, she's got a lot of people vote for her. But if you look at the numbers, okay, most of Rhode Islanders, by far, are all unaffiliated. That's independent. Okay, they could go either way. And a good portion is Democrat and a good portion is Republican. And the Libertarian Party now is skyrocketing. So what I'm trying to say is the good people in the Democratic Party to rise up and join with the independents, join with the libertarians, join with the good people on the Republican side, okay? Let's put our parties aside for one day, okay? Because there's a set of tyrants we need to get the hell out of the state, plain and simple. Not only vote them out, but somehow put these people behind bars, okay? And we can do this. If we all unite together, never mind all the rhetoric, never mind all the depression. It's time to step out of your damn depression, shake that damn mud off your shoes, and now it's time to stand up and take action, plain and simple. We got a tyrannical governor, Gina Raimondo, who is constantly attacking our Second Amendment, constantly attacking all our civil liberties. What she's doing in the state, she's putting tolls that nobody wanted, not even the Democrats. She's attacking our gun rights, attacking all our civil liberties. She wants to put traffic cameras up, and it's so draconian what they're doing. And we got to get another one out. Her Lieutenant Governor, Daniel McKee, he's got to go. We got to vote them out, okay? Then we got to go vote out the head House Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Nicholas Mattiello. He's got to go. And our two U.S. senators that represent Rhode Island, but constantly attack our Second Amendment and kiss Obama's ass when he was in president, constantly attack all our civil liberties, as Congressman David Cicilline, Congressman Jim Landry. We need to get them to the hell out, plain and simple. Then we got on the Senate side, we got Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, another liberal, progressive kisser, I'm sorry. He should be ass kicker if he was on the right side of liberty, but he's an ass kisser, okay? He's always voting against our gun rights, always voting against anything that stands for our liberties here in Rhode Island. And we need to get him out. Sheldon Whitehouse, he needs to go. We need to get state senators Gail Golden and Josh Miller. I mean, these two people are the epitome of tyranny, okay? We need to get them to the hell out of here, plain and simple. And other state senators and a lot of reps, we need to get the hell out of there, okay? We have the power, okay? When the hell are you going to wake up, Rhode Island? Here's the thing, okay? And I don't mean to be mean to anybody, okay? If these people get back in office, okay, it is your fault. My fault, all of our fault. And don't sit there and say, oh, well, we can't do nothing. We can do something. Stop the excuses. Stop the bullshit. Rise up and take these people out, plain and simple. We need to get out there in the polls. September, if you're not familiar with election stuff, get familiar with it. We need to do something and do something now. And I want to reach out to all you people, ex-cons, criminals, whatever you want to call yourself, okay, that serve time in jail. A lot of people don't know this. They don't advertise this. But once you serve your time, you're out of jail, okay, you are now allowed to vote again in Rhode Island. You understand that? I know before you wasn't allowed ever to vote, but the things have changed now. The master level's gone, so it takes all that crap away. Also, the restrictions on ex-cons voting is gone. So you are now able to go vote. Okay, last 4 years ago, we had the master level where people just pull one lever, goes away down the Republican ticket or the independent or the Democratic ticket. And a lot of people, foreigners that don't speak English well, they were told and lied to, because I got screwed out of my election. They were told and lied to that if you're a Democrat, you have to vote all Democrat. And they didn't know. So now they know, people are waking up, and the election frauds has been exposed by Alan Fung, the mayor of Cranston, run for governor. It's been exposed. Okay, because they were using illegal immigrants here in Rhode Island to vote. That's why Democrats are trying to stop the voter ID law. So we're going to push that voter ID. You have to have an ID to vote, and rightfully so. And if you're illegal, you don't have no right to vote in any country but your own. But we got corrupt scum right here in the state of Rhode Island that's running it into the ground. That's turning it into a mega corporation, a giant corporation that they're going to sell off and turn the state into a United Nations, we're going to get into that some other time, a United Nations model city. That's what they're trying to do. Strip all our civil liberties. You had ex-governor Chafee there attacking our sovereign land individual rights to our sovereign land rights with the Rhode map Rhode Island, which is Agenda 21. And Rhode Works Rhode Island, which is total tyranny with the tolls and everything, Gina Raimondo. And here's the thing, when she was treasurer, she lost over $400 million to Wall Street without tax money. And somehow, some way, she becomes governor. Now she attempted to spend money on the education fund for her trip to Switzerland and to pay one of her cronies $100,000 a year and $4,000 a month for allowance. Okay, that's where your education funds were going to go until we expose that. Okay, she's constantly attacking money. Okay, and here's the thing with the whole Pawtucket Red Sox thing, they're trying to shove it down our throats. You're going to pay for it, and that's it. That's how they act. We're going to do what we want, and then you can't stop us. That's exactly how they roll now. And isn't it mysterious that they needed $24 million for the stadium, and all of a sudden, $23 million came up missing in our budget. Oh, what a coincidence that is. Oh, wonder where this money for the stadium's going to come from. Our tax dollars that so-called went missing, that's going to go be directed toward the stadium by our corrupt speaker, Nicholas Mattiello. We need to get these bums out. There's plenty of people voting. Just go online, sos.ri.gov. You can check out who your state rep is. You can put your name in. Or you can register to vote right there. You put your name and all that. They'll tell you who your state rep is, your state senator, your mayor, the whole 9 yards. They'll tell you every elected official in your area, okay? And if they are bad people, you need to run against them if nobody's running against them, or have somebody do it. Push somebody to do it. The time is now to step up, Rhode Island. The time is now to take action, okay? Taking action in November. Because as you see, how much more are they going to ram it? And excuse my language with this. How much more do they need to ram this with no lubrication, nothing, right up your asses here in Rhode Island? How much more are you going to take, Rhode Island? Do you want to still bend over until your lips touch the ground next time? And as it just right at any time they want. That's rape, okay? That's extortion, exactly what they're doing here. Pushing all these laws here in Rhode Island to extort every damn penny you have. More taxes, okay? How much more are you going to take? Oh, I'm just going to move out of state. Oh, you're a damn coward. Stay in your damn ground, plain and simple. And especially when they pose these new gun laws, okay, especially because she's the tempted, okay, she wants to take the semi-automatic. She wants to take high-capacity magazines. And I am telling every Rhode Islander, because I'm going to do it, and I'll openly say it, that Dan Bidondi's going to defy that law. Right there, anybody's taking my firearms. We all need to stand up for the Second Amendment. It's not a Republican thing. It's not a Democratic thing. This is a people thing. We the people. And that's just one of the amendments they're attacking. They're trying to put cameras on highways. We know these tolls are going to turn into cars, too. We know this is going to happen. Everybody knows this, okay? That's why nobody wanted it, not even Democrats. But Nicholas Mattiello, the Speaker of the House, threatened all the state reps, hey, you don't vote for this, hey, we're going to put you in political Antarctica. He threatened all the Democratic state reps. I got inside information on that. But all this threatening, all this bullying going on in the state of Rhode Island, threatening good Democrats, good Republicans, good politicians who are overwhelmed by the scum who run our state. And, you know, it's so ridiculous. I mean, these people need to go, okay? How much more are you going to take, Rhode Island? How much more are you going to bend over until your lips and your face finally hit the ground? Licking Gina Raimondo's boots. And you think things are bad now. Wait till she gets in. If she gets in again, okay, she wins re-election again. Matteo wins re-election again. Crony congressman and senator wins election again. Guess what's going to happen? You think things are bad now. You haven't seen nothing yet. Okay, it's time for us to stand up, rise up, and take back Rhode Island, plain and simple. And I want people to do this, okay? This will encourage you a lot. Go do the history of the state of Rhode Island. Go find out why Roger Williams founded Rhode Island. Go find out why Rhode Island was the first state to declare its independence from the UK. And if anybody knows the Gatsby, it's coming up next weekend, the Gatsby parade and all that stuff. Go find out, go do the research of the Gatsby, okay? Sure, in Boston, they threw tea off a ship to oppose taxation without representation, but we blew up the damn ship. We burned the damn thing down, okay? We killed British oppressors, okay? We took up arms and took them out, okay? In Rhode Island here, for history of Rhode Island, we were always a rebel state. We don't take shit from nobody. And why, for the last couple of decades here, have we been just leniently bending over? Oh, right there, Chafee. Oh, yeah, right there, Gina. Oh, yeah, that's it, right there. And I hate to use that, this disgusting way to say this. It really is, but it's not even half as disgusting as what these people are doing and going to do to you. How much more are you going to take? How much tyranny are you going to take, Rhode Island? It's time to stand the hell up. Get off your damn couches, okay? Stop using excuses, it don't matter to me. It does matter. It's going to matter. It's going to matter to you and everybody else. And if you don't care about yourself, at least if you care about somebody you know, a friend, a family member, your kids especially, and you need to stand up. Because they don't want to arm our schools, folks. They want our schools openly defenseless. Not even cops with guns at the schools. They don't want none of them. Our kids are going to get shot up. And it's disgusting. Our kids are going to get shot up in the schools because our scum, okay, the people who run our authorities in Rhode Island now are complete scum, okay? They're nothing but tyrannical bastards who love to put their nose deep inside the governor's ass, deep inside that tyrannical mayor's ass, because they want to keep their jobs. People are dishonoring the oaths. They're breaking the oaths. And it disgusts me, really is. What really disgusts me, I know a lot of Rhode Islanders have this tenacity, this fire inside them, but it's not coming out. Why am I the only one screaming at the top of my lungs at the State House? When we go to the State House, why am I the only one screaming down their throats in front of the whole Congress, in front of the whole assembly there? Why am I the only one screaming in front of the whole Senate? And people clap and applauding that I do that. And they're like, yeah, but where are you beside me? Where are you behind me and beside me to do this? It's time we show them what real Rhode Islanders are. We're not perfect by all means, and we're not going to be perfect. But it's time we stood up and showed them what we can do, okay? It's, because right now they look at us as a joke. They really do. Every time we go to testify against the gun bills, what they want, they're going to push. They sit there and laugh at us. Okay, they do literally laugh at us. Not pay attention, talk to the other senators or whatever. Don't pay attention, but glorify the gun grabbers. Glorify the people who want traffic cameras everywhere. Okay, Mayor Laws in Providence, he's another one. The Mayor of Providence, he's got to go. He's so hell-bent on putting cameras everywhere, tagging you, even if you put the wrong blinker on, you're going to get a damn ticket in the mail. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is so hell-bent on putting cameras everywhere. And so hell-bent, we're going to make this a sanctuary city, violating our constitutional laws. And I'm not against immigrants, and I want people to know that. I grew up with foreigners, okay? I went to school with foreigners. People who worked their asses off to come here to America, to become citizens. My father's side did that. My grandparents from Italy. So I know how it is. They worked their butts off to come here legally. And so did their parents. It's disgusting, it really is. And Attorney General Kilmartin, he needs to go too. Not purposely, not reporting people who are mentally disabled or criminals on the NICS list, the NICS list to the FBI. So from him not doing that, a criminal could have went to any gun store, filled out the paperwork, and they submit the forms to the FBI. 8 days later, they come back clean, and the criminal walks away with a gun. Whose fault was that? It was the Attorney General's office. Because they were hoping, and I got inside information on this too, them in the governor's office, okay, and some of the authorities, okay, in the high command, they were hoping for a false flag. They were hoping a school shooting happened because that would have pushed it right over the top, right over the edge, and they were going to gut that gun control by executive order. They were hoping for that. The writings were on the wall. We seen what was going on. People who I know are state reps and such, they seen the same damn thing, okay? They don't want to say nothing because they don't want to suffer repercussions. I don't care about repercussions. But the thing is, here in Rhode Island, why am I the only one screaming at the top of my lungs at the General Assembly? Why am I the only one screaming at the top of my lungs in front of the Senate? I know people are starting to rise up now, especially the last testimonies. People were really raising their voices because we're setting this example. We're starting to see people starting to just push that and escalate the rhetoric to their level. We need to do that more. We need more people out there screaming and let these son of a bitches know we're not taking prisoners. Plain and simple. We mean business. We're not taking prisoners. Okay? And again, we are the majority. As you can see, every time at the State House, when there's a good bill being presented or a bad bill, whatever, we are there by the thousands compared to their 50, 60, maybe sometimes 130 when they bust people in from other state. We always outnumber the opposition, but we got the dumbed down mainstream media, WPRI Channel 12, constantly in favor for the gun control, constantly in favor for all these bills that attack our civil liberties and show, oh, they have great numbers when they don't. We are the majority. We are the power. And you know what? Enough of that. We don't need mainstream media. WPRI Channel 12 can stick it, plain and simple. We don't need them, okay? All we need to do, okay, is get out there in September. Now, September is the general election, if you don't know how this works. The general election, that's where all the Democrats and Republicans run, just say for the governor's race, right? You got people running, a few Democrats and a few Republicans running. It limits it down to one Republican, one Democrat, and independents, they automatically get a pass to November. Now, November is the big one. That's the general election, where no matter what party you are, you can vote down the board. If you like this Democrat, just say you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're an independent, libertarian, doesn't matter. The general election, you could vote. You don't have to disaffiliate from your party. The primaries you do, but the general election you don't, okay? You can sit there and say, all right, I'm going to vote this guy, he's a good Democrat, this guy's a good libertarian, this guy's a good Republican, this guy's a good independent. You can do that. In the general elections, you can do that, and you don't have to disaffiliate from your party. And like I say all the time, I tell people all the time, I'm not against any party, okay, except for the Green Party, the damn communist scum, but and the progressives. But vote. There's plenty of people. If there's good people in the Democratic Party, vote for them. If there's good people in the Independents or the Libertarian or the Republican Party, vote for them, okay? This is our state on the line. We need to put our pride for whatever party you are, because I know a lot of people who... I'm a Democrat diehard. I'm a Republican diehard. I'm not going to vote for a Democrat. I'm not going to vote for anybody else but a Republican or a Democrat. You need to put that pride aside just for 1 year. If you know for sure that, just say my buddy, Salvatore Caiosa, he's running for Congress. Like, he's independent, but unfortunately you have to be, sometimes you got to jump on the party to even win an election. But he's running as a Republican against Jim Landry. He's a Democrat, the incumbent. Okay, now, if you're a diehard Democrat, but you hate Jim Landry, okay, you need, in the general election, you need to put your pride aside from it. You don't have to disaffiliate from your Democratic Party. You could vote for Salvatore Caiosa. Like U.S. Senator, Sheldon Whitehouse is a career politician, been there for years, just like Landry. Bobby Notarillo, he's a state rep for a long time. He's been kicking ass, always standing up for our civil liberties. He's running as a Republican. And I know a lot of Democrats that do like Bobby. So vote for him in November. You know what I mean? It's easy. You know what I mean? Just do this. We need people to get up, get out, stand up, and start taking action. And yeah, this scares the shit out of them. When they got thousands of people that show up to the State House like they did the last couple of times, it scared the crap out of them. It really did. You should see their faces like, wow. Even Mike Chippendale, he's a state rep, great guy, re-elect him, he's awesome. But he was like, wow, you know, I mean, he's never seen anything like that. The amount of support that's been showing up at the State House lately. And he said it's scaring the hell out of the people, which it is, because they had no choice to table the ban on assault weapons and the ban on high-capacity magazines. They had to table it because even Nicholas Mattiello is afraid to put these bills through because he knows November's coming. People will come out with backlash. So, folks, we need to step up and stand out big time. We need to show up at the State House. You know what? Here's the thing, too. People, because I know a lot of people in these groups, good people, but they say, you know, we have to keep it level, we have to keep it civil, because we don't want the media videoing us to make us look bad. Well, let me give you some word of advice here, okay? The media already thinks you're bad, okay? The media already highlights you as bad people. Look at us last time, completely peaceful. It was Mothers Demand Action that was purposely provoking fights in the State House. The state police and the Capitol Police kicked them out, not us. And the news, you had the liberal news here in Rhode Island saying, and Shannon Watts, the head of the Mothers Demand Action, telling people, oh, we were bullied. We were bullied at the State House. Oh, the gun people, they're such bad people. Damn twat. Shannon Twats, that's what I call it. And excuse me, the thing is, the political correctness gloves are off. You know what I mean? We cannot be political correct no more. We cannot worry about what the mainstream thinks of us. They already think bad of us, okay? We need to voice out like lions, plain and simple. And I shouldn't be the only one screaming at that State House. Every one of you, thousands of you should show up to the State House screaming at the top of your lungs, we are not giving up our guns. We are not going to give up any of these any of our good rights at all. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? They should be screaming at the top of their lungs, put the fear of God into these son of a bitches. Put the fear of God into them. I saw Gina Raimondo, she'll run to her office. Her governor's office is hiding in a little safe space, and I think she's got a crying closet in the back, too. She goes back, oh, they're going to vote me out. I lost Hillary Clinton lost, so I can't jump on her meal ticket. I really have to actually win an election now. I can't do it by fraud now. And she's hiding in the safe space. People should be screaming to the top of their lungs in that rotundo. So no matter where she's in that State House, she can hear you loud and clear. Let these people know, okay, we're sick of that crap. They're not our bosses. We are their bosses. We pay their salary. We tell them what to do, plain and simple. And I don't give a shit what kind of laws they push. I don't give a shit where you're going to take our semi-automatics. Over our dead body, you're taking nothing. There's a number called 1776 that's going to stop that, plain and simple. And 2018 will be another 1776. If Governor Raimondo enacts her laws, she pushes them to ban our semi-automatics, to ban our high-capacity magazines. Because you're going to have tens of thousands of rounds are going to go to war if they have to. But the gloves are off, folks. The games are over, okay? We need to voice out, stand out. We need another revolution here in Rhode Island, a political revolution in November. We need to vote these crooks out, plain and simple. Enough is enough. And I want people to share this in Rhode Island here, share this video. And no, I'm not the perfect speaker. I'm not like the people on Channel 12 or Channel 10 or whatever. But I'm just an American citizen. I'm a Rhode Island citizen, born and raised in Rhode Island, and just sick of the shit, plain and simple. Fed up with it, and I'm sure everybody is. Everybody I talk to is sick of it, too. 99.9% of the people I talk to, and I run into a lot of people, are just sick of the crap. And they really are. Even people who are in the Democratic Party, they're just sick of Gina Raimondo. Sure, they have their liberal ways, a lot of them do, but you know what? There's still a lot of good people in the Democratic Party, too. So we need to work together. And the common goal is to get rid of these tyrants in our State House, plain and simple. They need to go. No more career politicians. And what disgusts me the most is you always see the same faces in different places. They'll run a couple times here, then go over to here and run here. And that's why Chafee now let's use this for fuel here, right? Lincoln Chafee, our last governor, right? He wanted to run for U.S. Senator. And he quickly got a hard-learned lesson when the polls came out that he doesn't stand a chance in hell to beat anybody in that race for U.S. Senator. He thought, oh, yeah, I ran for president, which was a joke. I could have got more votes. I could literally have gotten more votes than Lincoln Chafee for president. Literally. Not even joking. And he wanted to run for U.S. Senate, and the polls came out. He was like dead last compared to all the candidates. He learned real quickly how Rhode Island is sick of this shit. Gina Raimondo shaking in the boots. She has to go to New York to get fundraisers from the tobacco companies. The very same tobacco president, I forgot the name of the company, that says that tobacco doesn't cause cancer. Cigarettes don't cause cancer. That's what but he's funding her millions of dollars. Bloomberg's giving her millions of dollars. The Obamas supporting her. The Clintons are supporting her, as they did when she ran the first time. She's a member of the CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations. Her name was on the website. They took it down for whatever reason, but she's a damn globalist. Even Forbes magazine did a huge article a couple times on her and her husband. They label her like the top 50 power couples in America. These people are serious folks. They're globalists. They're scum, and they want to destroy the state. That's what they're doing. And you can look at all the ratings on the wall. Name one other governor. There's not many governors, all right, that have 2 presidents and 2 first ladies on 4 different occasions, come down and support them for candidacy. Not many governors get that. They're lucky to get one. She got that with open arms, tons of money, unlimited money. She's got well over $4 million in the campaign already, getting more millions from the tobacco companies in New York. And all the funds are coming from out of state. This is all public records. They're coming from out of state. Bloomberg's pushing money on her now because she's attacking the gun rights. Mothers Demand Action is, which comes from George Soros. You do the chain, follow the money chain. They are funneling tons and tons of money to push Gina Raimondo into office again. Because they know if Raimondo's out, they pose a great threat on their globalism crap, a great threat to destroy the state. They want to do it economically, attacking our civil liberties. And, right now in Rhode Island, I mean, I kind of agree that you shouldn't, they passed a law that you can't do Facebook and all that driving, which I agree. I mean, you should not be doing that. However, we are grown adults. We don't need to be told what to do. Oh, we're going to slap you on the hand for a $100 fine or better, because we caught you holding your phone in your hand. Because all you have to do is hold your hand. That's all. Just holding your phone can get you a fine. That's more extortion, get more police state. They just got to pull people over for everything. Seatbelt, phone, your eyes are cocked. You know what I mean? Just stupid stuff that they're going to be coming out with. Next thing, you're going to have to wear 2 seatbelts, a helmet, and all kinds of safety guards and all that. And they've already pulling people over left and right. You know what I mean? Violation, sitting under the underpasses in North Providence there in Rhode Island. The cops, though, they sit right under the underpass, a bunch of them on each side. People driving by, here's their face. Literally, their face is like this. Like staring dead right in people's eyes when they're driving by. I'm like, you know what I mean? I get out with the camera, they like all scatter. It's funny. I got to do that next time I see that when they have these little checkpoints. They sit there with the look of intimidation, like, we own you, boy. Yeah, we own you. We're going to give you a fine because you don't got your seatbelt on. We're going to rip you out of the damn car and throw you in jail because you failed to identify who you are. It's disgusting. You get pulled over. My girlfriend's driving, and one cop on her side, one on mine, say, hey, where's your ID, boy? And I'm like, what do you need my ID for? Because we're looking for some of your description bullshit they use all the time. Oh, where's your ID, boy? I don't have to show you my ID. And no offense to you, sir, but I have my ID. It's right here in my pocket. I'm not pulling it out. And then they literally open the door, pull you out of the damn car. They pull me out of the car, started searching me with no damn consent. And he goes, oh, it's a law. You have to show ID, or you could go to jail. Really? There's a law? There's no law on the books you have to show ID. Then the cops try to act all intimidating. Puffing his chest out. You have to show the ID. This is the law. Well, show me that law. Are you trying to be smart now? No, get your supervisor and let him read it for you in case you can't do it. And sure enough, they call the supervisor. Have a good day. Instead of admitting they were wrong, and they just act all cocky and mighty. And that's the same all the police departments in Rhode Island either. There's plenty of great cops in Rhode Island. And I know I attacked the police state, which rightfully so. The good people. They deserve to be praised because we got tons of great state troopers here in Rhode Island. Tons of good cops in the city police and all that. But we got tons of assholes too, plain and simple. And, it's disgusting, it really is. And but this is how it goes. Sometimes, you'll get pulled over. The state trooper doesn't even ask anybody else in the car. Oh, sorry, you made a turn without a blinker or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Doesn't even look or ask anybody else in the car where they're going and nothing. But this most of them do. They'll pull you out, interrogate you. Each individual, 4 people in the car. Where you going? Where you coming from? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, why is he lying? Because you say we're going here. You don't need to know where I'm going. It's none of your business where I'm coming from. Okay? You don't need to interrogate anybody else but the driver. By law, you have to show your ID if you're driving. You don't need to show your ID. But this is the kind of bullshit that you got to be dealing with here in Rhode Island. And it's going to get worse. Okay, so Raimondo hires this new state police colonel from California. I don't know too much about her. I'm not going to criticize the lady. She seems like a nice lady, but what disgusted me the most is she's standing up there applauding for this gun control. And I know she's probably doing it because she's going to kiss the governor's ass, but still is no excuse. She took an oath on the Constitution. And we had the lieutenant colonel. When Colonel O'Donnell retired, he was a former state police colonel. When he retired, the lieutenant colonel stepped up to take position, temporarily, which I think the way it should be is you work your ass off, like the lieutenant colonel, the state police, great guy. I talked to him at the State House a lot. Instead of him taking a position, no, the governor doesn't want to do that. And again, no offense to the new new colonel, but she purposely picked her because she's a woman. That's exactly why. She put the head of the Department of Health as a woman everywhere, and to purposely. And then again, I'm not saying men or women are bad or whatever, they're better from each other, no. But instead, this lieutenant colonel, right, worked his ass off in the police career for years. By all means, he should have deserved to be the new state police colonel. Good guy, great guy, but no. Well, let's hire somebody from outside of state. I think she's from California, New York, whatever. She was a museum security guard or whatever the hell she was. She was a cop for a while, but she picks her out of everybody, and you got nothing against her. I don't know her. I don't know nothing about her, so I'm not trashing her. But what really got me sick to my stomach is when I questioned her, you got to obey confiscation orders if, I got the video too on my YouTube, you got to obey confiscation orders if you're told to confiscate firearms. And she didn't answer. She goes, I'll answer that some other time. Right away you should have said, no, I obey my oath. That's what I obey, But that's dangerous. That's real dangerous, and that's why I'm bringing her up. And ma'am, if you're watching, please, we need you to stand by the Constitution. Like our other colonels did, we need you to stand by the Constitution. And most of your officers are the same way. They stand by the Constitution. I don't know how many of your officers told me that literally they told me if the day of gun confiscation comes, go home and lock and load and defend your family and your gun rights. That's what they told me. Okay, these people are very smart. They know what's coming down the pipe, and they can't voice out. That's why in testimonies, they will never let the regular police, the regular state police and all that, testify. It's always the high-ranking people that have to kiss the ass of the governor. So that's how they work. That's how it all operates, and they literally get threatened with their job, some of them. Oh, kind of say, I'm your boss, so you got to go out there and say, hey, how guns are bad. And when they take the guns away in all the states like Chicago and all that, the strictest gun control states in the country and cities, cops are being shot left and right. So, Colonel, if you're listening, you're going to put your own officers' lives in danger when you push this draconian gun laws. Those poor guys, none of them are going to go home to their families one day because criminals are going to be running the streets, shooting cops left and right like any other gun control state. And who's to blame? Is your governor. So we need to stand up, Rhode Island, and I don't mean to get into deep details like this, but we have so much more to talk. I mean, there's so much more crap in the state, and it all starts by everybody getting off their asses and going to the voting booth. That's where it all starts. And, we need to assert ourselves as Rhode Islanders, and we are the power. The Constitution delegates the people as the power. And that's why when I talk about the Second Amendment a lot because the Second Amendment supports all the rest. The Second Amendment protects all the rest. That's how it works in this country. Without the Second Amendment, you don't have the rest. And it's unfortunate that brainwashing people to think it's bad. The whole thing is we need to come together as a society. And I'm just talking about people here in Rhode Island right now, but this should go to you in your states too that are being overrun, like Massachusetts and Connecticut. They're just in bad shape as we are. We here in southern New England are suffering a great deal. We really are. We got 3 tyrannical governors running Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, especially Governor Daniel Malloy, man. That guy deserves a Scumbag of the Year award, along with Adolf Hitler Jr., Hillary Clinton 2.0, that's Gina Raimondo, which is, by the way, they're real good friends. Hillary Clinton and Gina Raimondo, real good friends, by the way. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing her ugly face coming to Rhode Island to support Gina Raimondo with her molestation husband there. And the crooks called the Obamas, they'll be coming here to Rhode Island too to support her. She got millions of dollars funding from New York, everywhere else, Bloomberg and all that, to run for governor again. So again, holy shit, priceless Princess Globalist, exactly what she is, Princess Globalist. And so we need people to step up here in Rhode Island, and people who from other states that know people in Rhode Island, tell them, even if they're Democrats, vote for anybody else but Gina. Plain and simple. We need to get her the hell out of here. She just hijacked this whole state. That's what she did. And it's amazing how they voted a criminal in the first place. Record low number turnout, mind you, 4 years ago. Record low. Okay, the lowest record ever of Rhode Islanders turnout for the voting booths. Record low number. She only won with like 130,000 votes. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? When we have, God knows how many Rhode Islanders, well over a couple million at least. I don't know what the population is. I forgot what it was, but it's in the millions. So how does she win with 100 and or whatever thousand? You know what I mean? People need to get out and vote, plain and simple. We need to get out and vote. Yeah, we need to get out there in September, just swarm those damn voting booths. Put people there to make sure the people who are running the voting booths there, you know, to show ID, make sure they're showing, asking for people's ID. This needs to be monitored. This needs to be observed, okay? Law enforcement should be all over this. Oh, hold on, you didn't show your ID. Check his ID. Check her ID. You're not voting until you show your own ID. Because they're going to put a lot of illegals, which Cicilline's been doing for a while. That's what got him into the mayor of Providence. Then Congressman Gina Rhode, that's what got her to become governor, using the illegal votes. Just like Hillary Clinton. People say, oh, she won the popular vote by 2 million. No, she had 5 million illegal votes, which means President Trump won by the popular by 3 million. Because Hillary had 5 million illegal votes at least. But they did the same thing here in Rhode Island, screwed Alan Fung, the mayor of Cranston, out of the governor race, which also we got him, we got Joe Trillo running, great guy. Alan Fung's a great guy and great woman. Can't say enough about her as Patricia Morgan. She's a Rhode Island state rep, first woman minority leader. It's great. We got a lot of good candidates running. So get out there and vote, guys. And that's all I have to say. But we need to take this damn state back because come November, the end of November of this year here, if these same people are in, there's probably going to be some of them, yes. But the main people, like the governor, congressmen, and senators, if these people are still in, folks, we're doomed. And the lieutenant governor, the dork, the guy's useless. He really is. Our lieutenant governor race, Dan McKee, he just sits there. All he does is kiss the governor's ass. And the events that she's supposed to be at, she makes him go. And the office itself is just a waste of space. It's $1 million a year of taxpayers' money just wasted. So all he does is just sit on his ass and just obeys everything the governor says. The lieutenant governor is actually supposed to make the governor accountable if she violates laws. That's what he's supposed to do. Yeah, you're supposed to help out the governor, relieve some of her work and all that, to work together as a unit for the state. But if she's doing bad things, he's supposed to step up and challenge that. And he does have the power, if it's justified, to remove her from office or suspend her from office. But no, he's just another kiss ass and just sitting there for a paycheck, that's all he is. Sitting there, oh, look, I'm a lieutenant governor. Big dorky bastard, you know what I mean? And, well, because all they do is sit there and do nothing. And they do what they want, when they want, and they don't give a shit what we have to say. But they will give a shit when we show up in November and vote their asses out. And again, Rhode Islanders, I'm going to leave it right here, okay? People say, well, you know, we can't do nothing. Well, you know what? You can do something. Because that attitude has got us where it is right now. We got tolls, we got this, that, and the other thing. That attitude has gotten us in this rut right now. So if we reverse that attitude and say, you know what? And again, people who have served time in jail, if you're home out of jail free now, you are now allowed to vote again. We fought that and we won, okay? The mass lever is going too, and the criminal act thing, well, criminals can't vote, that's gone. Criminals can vote again now. So, and, you know, former criminals, I'm sorry, but people who served their time, which I believe if you served your time, you paid your dues to society, you should be given all your rights back. It depends what you did, but, you know, that's the way it should be. That's the way it always was in this country. But, yeah, you can vote again, so we need you. Get out there and vote, you know what I mean? Because if you want, because a lot of people in Rhode Island, they go to jail for stupid shit. Stuff that people being in jail, kids in group homes are there for stupid reasons that they shouldn't be there. It's just for the state to make money. We know this, okay? I worked at a group home, and half the kids there, real good kids, and they shouldn't even been there. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of corruption in the state, and we need to work on it together. But, you know, we need to vote these people out, plain and simple, and take the state back. Anyway, yeah, get out and vote, and we're going to be having more videos as we go along, and I'm definitely going to be going to the State House because I'm telling you right now, if that situation comes when she thinks she's going to go sign that bill, any bills to say we're going to take your semi-automatic, we're going to take your high-capacity magazines, myself, along with thousands, are going to flood that damn State House, and we're going to scream and yell and raise holy hell and let her know, yeah, over our dead bodies, you're taking our guns. Okay, and we're going to stay there, and we're going to make our voices heard, and especially when the elections come. Either way, she's gone, plain and simple. And people, one of our campaign people called me, and it was funny. It's like, oh, she fixed all the potholes. Just as they said that, boom, I ran over. You can't make this up. You know what I mean? You can't. I ran over a pothole, boom, almost blew my friggin' tire out. I'm like, you friggin' kidding me? Oh, she put all the jobs back on the market? No, Donald Trump put all the jobs back on the market, not her. You know, running down a list of all the things she supposedly did. And I'm like, well, what would Gina be able to do and make you vote for her? Well, yeah. And if Gina Raimondo, if you somehow listening to this or you campaign people, what would make me vote for you? Right now, if you just stop your shit, reverse your red flag bullshit, reverse your bump stock ban, and totally do away with all these draconian gun bills and all these other bullshit bills you're pushing, and stand for the Second Amendment, stand for all our civil liberties. That alone might be like, all right, maybe I'll give this girl another chance. That alone. And what you could do is stop being a progressive. Be a Democrat. Sure, fine. Stop being a progressive. Stop kissing to these people's asses because you're not listening to the majority. When you listen to the majority, maybe we'll support you. And maybe I would, if you turned around right now, you could literally become the greatest governor of the state of Rhode Island. You understand this, okay? And I know your campaign manager, Eric Hayes, he's probably looking at me like, oh, I'm going to kill this son of a bitch, you know what I mean? Because he's always a nuisance every time I went to go interview you. But Raimondo, if you could listen to this, okay? You could become the greatest governor in the history of the state right now if you just stop and turn yourself around right now. Stop and honor the oath. Never mind your consular foreign relations people, your globalist people, all the money and all that stuff. No, it's about what this country is built on. You could change, okay? You could turn the whole 180 right now and just turn this whole thing around. You could start by honoring the Constitution and obeying the Constitution. You know what I mean? That's the big start right there. Get rid of the tolls and all that stuff. And, you know, if I could actually, the greatest thing is if I could be her campaign advisor, that's never going to happen. I know that. But if you say, all right, Dan, come on with me, what could I do to save the state? What could I do to turn things around? I would love to help her out. And I would praise her to the ends of the earth. I would. If she would just listen to people like us and understand how things are and understand history and make the changes necessary. I would praise that woman to the end of the earth. And it's not too late. And I know I sit there and bash her, call her names and all that. And, you know, but the thing is, you can't violate the Constitution and expect no repercussions out of it. You can't stomp on people's rights. You can't stomp on the whole state's economy and expect people not to listen to you. Yeah, you did a lot of bad things, but you know what? Everybody could be forgiven. You know what I mean? Plain and simple. And it's not too late. Turn around now and do something good for the state. But, you know, unfortunately, we know that might not happen. Most likely it's not going to happen. And that's why if you don't turn around right now, we're going to have to vote you out, plain and simple. It's, the games are over. Because every day, those of us who love history, love the state and this country, every day we got to wake up and like, shit, did they push those bills in last night to go after our gun rights and everything? You know, every day we're waking up to this. I can't sleep at night sometimes. I literally have to take something to help me sleep good because every day I'm like, what are they going to do next? Am I going to be a criminal when I wake up? Am I a criminal now because I own a semi-automatic? Am I a criminal because I have high-capacity magazines? You know, then they said the grandfather clause. But grandfather clause, that means you have to register your firearms. Registration leads to confiscation. You know what I mean? So it doesn't work out either way. So, and the thing is, you know, it's not right. It ain't. It's not right at all. And, yeah, thanks, Richard. And thanks for all the support, people. But we need to spread this far and wide and just reach out and to everybody and say, you know what, let's make this change and let's make it happen. So Rhode Island, the sleeping bear has been poked and poked and poked, stomped on like that and poked, and rusty iron rod shoved right up its ass, excuse my language. And we need to stop and say, hey, we had enough. Wake up and boom, lay the big smack down, plain and simple politically. But anyway, guys, this is Dan Bidondi, TruthRadioShow.com. Yeah, I can't sleep, but worry about becoming a criminal. Yeah, I know, brother. Yeah. I know, because every time I go on day or night, you're right there, so I know how that is, man. And but love you all. God bless. Hit me up at Twitter at Dan Bidondi. And this is Dan Bidondi for the TruthRadioShow.com. God bless.